do not underestimate Donald Trump. He'll have endless amounts of money because he doesn't believe in the rule of law. He will combine federal agencies with his own campaign. He has a loyal group of supporters. So it's not going to be so easy to beat him. But I believe that it'll be very hard to beat him when you're running a old-fashioned type of campaign. When you're running, the same old, same old.
That was Bernie Sanders Wednesday night going after Joe Biden's old-fashioned campaign. But if Biden wins the nomination, he'll get a lot of help from Mike Bloomberg's deep-pocketed digital firm. Hawkfish is the firm that carried out Bloomberg's $100 million online ad campaign. We're told he intends to fund it to help Democrats through November. By law, the company would not be able to coordinate with the nominee's campaign, an arrangement similar to super PACs, which can accept unlimited contributions and spend limitless sums working to defeat or elect candidates as long as they act independently. Meanwhile, on the Republican side, Politico reports Donald Trump's re-election campaign has spent aggressively to advertise on Facebook, including a combined $35.6 million on Trump and Pence pages since May of 2018. Willie?
Joining us now here in New York, staff writer for The New Yorker, Andrew Marantz. His piece for the magazine's latest issue is entitled #Winning. Brad Parscale used social media to sway the 2016 election. He's poised to do it again. Andrew is also author of Anti-Social, Online Extremists, Techno-Utopians, and the Hijacking of the American Conversation. Andrew, good morning. Good to see you.
Thanks.
So let's talk about your piece. Those of us who cover politics every day know who Brad Parscale is. We know what he did in 2016 to help Donald Trump win. But for our audience, who exactly is he? Where did he come from? And why was he so successful in 2016?
So he was a guy from Kansas who moved to San Antonio to play college basketball and just kind of learned how to build websites. He was a web developer. And then over time, 2010, 11, 12, the business of web development became more about web marketing, about getting your message to travel through the various channels of social media. So he got good at search engine optimization and good at Facebook and Twitter and all these things. And then he got a big client named Donald Trump, who, wanted him to build real estate websites and Trump winery websites and all these things. There was nothing particularly remarkable about it at the time. But then when Trump decided to run for president, he said, I think I need a digital arm of my campaign where I can figure out how to get that side of the message out. And actually, Trump was not prioritizing that. Trump still believed that TV was the way to get everything out. But Parscale, he wasn't like some singular earth-shattering genius or anything. He just said, hey, there's this thing called Facebook, there's this thing called Twitter, we should invest some money in that. And in fact, because they were underfunded compared to Hillary Clinton, they actually had to spend a lot of money on Facebook because it was cheaper and it was more micro-targeted. You could get the exact demographics you wanted to hit. And so he spent $100 million on Facebook, and it did a lot of good.
You describe a guy in Brad sitting there literally at his laptop by himself buying Facebook ads at the beginning of the 2016 campaign, sending blast text out for fundraising. How did he grow it? What did he do that was uniquely good in 2016 in terms of his job and getting the president elected?
Well, one of the biggest things he did is that he said to Facebook, I'm going to spend a lot of money on your platform. I'm a big advertiser. Can you send someone to my campaign to help me? And the Hillary Clinton campaign was offered that too, and they turned it down because they thought it was too many cooks in the kitchen. They said, we got it in-house, we'll take care of it. But Parscale in San Antonio, where he was running the digital operation, which he called Project Alamo, he said, yeah, come on in and I'll have an embed from Facebook, just show me the reins. And so essentially you have Facebook working on the Trump campaign's behalf, not because they didn't offer it to the other side, but because the other side didn't accept it. So then now you have, all kinds of little inner workings of the mechanics of the platform that wouldn't be visible to an outsider, that because there are employees who know how to get the job done, they're doing all kinds of intricate things through machine learning, through artificial intelligence, where if you have a list of likely voters, Facebook can actually double that list for you through kind of AI magic.
You're saying the one genius, the one strategic move was we brought Facebook in-house.
Correct.
Frightening.
So Andrew, can you draw that out a little bit? You got Parscale, you got Facebook, you got someone from Facebook working with Parscale. Can you talk about what happens next when they capture some information about you or me with your cell phone number? What do they get?
Well, they get a lot. Actually, cell phone number is kind of the gold standard. So one brilliant thing that Parscale did is decide that all the Trump rallies, when you get your tickets, so the tickets to the Trump rallies are free, But in order to get the ticket, you have to give them your cell phone number. So they now have a list of, we don't know exactly how many cell phone numbers, probably more than there are likely voters in the next election. And they are going to be able to use that to upload to Facebook. If you have somebody's cell phone number, you can then get their consumer behavior, maybe their location, where they've been. It's all connected. And you literally can upload an Excel spreadsheet of those specific voters and say, serve them this kind of ad at this time. You can tweak the ads with little bit of tiny details being changed. It's called A/B testing. So you can say if there's a button that says donate, and there's another button that says contribute, maybe one is 5% better. So it's just constant tweaking and learning. This is all stuff that is old hat in commercial advertising, but in political advertising, it's sometimes a little bit behind the curve. So this is all stuff that the campaign just sort of had to do, kind of necessity being the mother of invention, and the margins are so narrow that it really paid off.
So lesson learned, don't give them your cell phone number.
Well, the fact is, you can't entirely escape from this stuff. We're all using credit cards. I mean, you can go off the grid, but short of that, you're going to be wrapped up in some of these nets. And I think one other bottom line is there are ways to use this information that are more ethical than other ways. And so there's a debate now within the Democratic Party of, do they sort of unilaterally disarm, or do they say, okay, we are going to engage, but we're going to do it in a less creepy surveillance kind of way, and we're going to do it in a way that actually helps win. And that's an active debate.
Thanks for checking out MSNBC on YouTube, and make sure you subscribe to stay up to date on the day's biggest stories. And you can click on any of the videos around us to watch more from Morning Joe and MSNBC. Thanks so much for watching.